Hello and welcome to another fun-filled edition of Adam's Music Box, where today I'm going to talk about a musician who very much divides people. And this isn't because his music is extraordinarily offensive or weird or avant-garde. Quite the opposite. He's someone that is frequently criticized for being too bland, too middle of the road, too shopping mall and Starbucks friendly, which may or may not be a bad thing. This is, of course, Michael Bublé, or Bubble, as I believe he was called once on Family Guy. And quietly, without, being Justin Bieber or Taylor Swift or being someone that you could imagine at a Diddy party or having any sort of sex at all, he's become one of the top selling artists of the last 20 years. And there's a reason why that has less to do with whether you like him or dislike him, and more to do with the way in which he sings and performs. As I've said on this channel many times, a good song is a good song. And the true test of that, well, there's several. One of the true tests of that is you can rearrange it in a different form and it's still a good song. So if you have a truly good song, you can play an instrumental version on piano, it sounds good. You can give it the Phil Spector treatment and it sounds good. You can, really rock it up, play it in a hard rock or even heavy metal setting, and it sounds good. You can jazz it up and it sounds good. You get the idea. And many of these songs, many of these sort of time-tested songs of the ages, are the songs that make up the repertoire of Michael Bublé. Did I say that right? Family Guys got into my brain. But anyway, that is one of the reasons that he is successful. He chooses his songs very well. He sings timeless songs, and whether you find his style a bit bland or not, he does sing them well. He might not have, the passion of Frank Sinatra. He might not have that sort of grand voice of Andy Williams, but his voice is good, and he is a good singer, even if we find him to be a bit ubiquitously in the middle. No, I'm not trying to pick on him. I'm just reflecting what people say. People used to give Justin Bieber a hard time for being so ubiquitous and being so teeny bopper, and then we found out what happened to him. And now we feel sorry for him. With new information comes new perspectives. The other reason that I think Michael Bublé is very successful is that while singing a lot of these classic pop songs, the songs popular in the 40s, 50s, and early 60s, he doesn't try to affect his personality or his costumery. In other words, he's not coming out with a kind of hat that would have been worn in 1953 or holding a martini glass trying to be someone he isn't. He definitely seems like more of a, domestic beer type of guy. And I think that in all seriousness, this is very important because there have been many great vocalists who, in from sort of the 80s to the present day, have tried to record music in that classic pop 40s 50s style, your Rat Pack era. They've tried to record those songs, but they feel the need to have this affectation with the hats and the martini glasses and some of the slang of that era. And what it does is it limits these people to a novelty act, which I think is mistakenly made a lot of people out there in music marketing land, ooh, spooky, to think, oh, well, we can't really put much money behind these classic pop singers because they're nothing more but novelty singers that can have, one hit album, let's put a martini glass in some guy's hand, have him sing Fly Me to the Moon, put him in the freezer, thaw him out every other Christmas for him to sing Jingle Bells. Not so with Michael Bublé. He has the constant year-round success that the classic pop singers had in their heyday. And the key is because he doesn't try to be in a different era. He tries to say, look, I'm living in the present, but as a middle of the road guy, I'm not going to be singing about wet pussies. I'm not going to be singing about killer robots from, outer space. I'm just going to sing the songs you know and love and do it in a way that's refreshingly bland. And that really works. There is a market for it. I could make a joke about people's voting preferences, but I'm not because I don't want to get censored yet. I don't understand YouTube. Sometimes I get two views on a video, sometimes I get thousands, and the videos are all the same. Not literally, but you know what I mean. I think there's a conspiracy out there. Oops, I said that word. Now I'm going to get censored for sure. Anyway, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.